Welcome to my Thursday. It is Thursday, July 7th. It is just about 11 o'clock a.m. I'm on my way out to do more of what I do. So I am in an unusual spot. Unusual might not be the right word because it is very common for me to be in this state of mind, but it has not been recent. I am wound tight today. It's the best way to say it. I am on edge. I have no patience, and my anxiety levels are through the roof, and it's having an effect on all the people around me, which certain things that have to be in certain positions, certain orders, certain settings, and if not, they will drive me absolutely crazy. So one of the digital settings on the dashboard was not where it should be for me, and I had to change it, and it completely wiped my mind clear of everything else that I was thinking about or even had on my mind. So, one of the downsides of being somewhat obsessive breathing today. A lot of tension. I had to force myself to eat my breakfast. I probably should not have eaten it in the state of mind that I was in. It has no beneficial effects on me to put food into my body when you're in a mindset like that, because you have the ability to turn nutrients into poison by doing that. And but body needs fuel, and if I go unfueled, I tend to become very lightheaded, dizzy, disoriented, out of sorts, and I have a lot of things to do today, which includes driving all over town. And it's not outside of the norm for me to skip a meal because my anxiety and stress levels did not allow me to consume food and then find myself in one of those situations. The last 3 summers have been several months of that exact circumstance, and I think I've pretty clearly stated how I feel about the last 3 summers and my desire to never experience that again. So that's why I'm recording right now, because I'm trying to talk my way through today so that I come to terms with it. I readjust my mood, mindset, perspective to get myself into a position where I was at yesterday and the day before and all the preceding days before that, since I transitioned into this more balanced and neutral state a few weeks ago. So, motivating factors that are motivating me to be in this state are a long list of incomplete tasks, which I'm still trying to iron out. The knowledge of more tasks to come. I have a list of things that are actively unfinished that I need to be working on and complete, and I know that there is a new list coming of things that I will have to address once they come available. And so that workload, that list of things that I know I need to take care of, and knowing that there's things going to be added to that list here in the very near future in the next couple of days, and not feeling like I caught up or complete with that first phase is causing me a little tension, but nothing that's not manageable. I pretty much woke up in this state with no identifiable physical attributes. And when I say physical, there's nothing was going on in my life. There was nothing, no circumstance, no instance, no situation that was actively motivating me when I woke up this morning. I woke up like I normally wake up, but felt a little more edgy than usual. So it leads me to believe that it was more of an external motivator. It's possible that it was physiological. Maybe had something to do with what I ate for dinner last night, or how my body metabolized alcohol last night. I don't know, but I did wake up feeling a little edgy. anytime I go to a property that I haven't been to in, let's say, a few days, few weeks, it's my first time there in some time, I tend to overshoot or miss my intended target, mistaken on what street I was even coming to. So I turn around again, and go back to where I was and go up one more, so the next big main street. I think it's where I need to be. And it's things like this. Distractions, it's things that are keeping me off focus. It's been a recurring theme this morning. As much as I'm focusing in and locking in and trying to get specific tasks done, other things are coming up from other people or whatever source that are taking me away from what I'm working on to work on something else, and I'm trying to go back and do that, and then the next thing you know, you've got 6 ongoing activities, and trying to find your bearings in complete just one is seems like a monumental task. So I was coming out, and I was 100% sure that the subdivision I was looking for was off Judson. And I was just on Judson, and so convinced that I was on the right street that once I got to Stall, which I know is too far if I come from that direction, felt like I had passed it. And turned around and went back, only to find out that the street that I want to be on is O'Connor, which runs parallel. So now some backtracking. So this whole sequence now I'm losing all train of thought. I've all of a sudden become exhausted mentally, physically, and my thoughts are blurred and distorted, and I have no idea what I was talking about prior to all this, and I feel like someone sucked all of the life out of me. picture is this one. And it was almost instantaneous. Once I made that turnaround and I got back onto O'Connor and realized I was where I needed to be, the whole process of that happening, the whole miscalculation in my mind of where I needed to be and where I was going, coupled with everything else that I was discussing, it's like I blew a fuse. It's like, and now it's like my mind is completely untethered. I'm floating out there, ungrounded and unable to lock in or focus on any one specific detail, which is an unfortunate state of mind to be in, considering my workload for today. So I guess there's really no point in recording anymore, and I need to figure out what is going on with this property. So I guess that's it for today.